Last but definitely not the least, we have a discussion on the topic the CFO's blueprint for digital finance, fostering innovation while controlling costs. And for the same, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our speaker, Mr. Jayesh Khatri, Head Finance, Lenovo Global Technology, India Private Limited. And I am Calcutta alumni and MBA from Symbiosis. Mr. Jayesh is a board member, CFO, business finance and treasury professional with 21 years of experience in IT, consumer durables, mobility, and fintech industries. He is an expert in finance partnering, strategic finance, stat audit and reporting, treasury risk and credit management and taxation. He has deep expertise in business planning and strategy, funding, driving growth and profitability, project management, data analytics, business transformation and turnaround and implement optimization process automation. So let's put our hands together and welcome Mr. Jayesh Khatri with a big round of applause.
Audible? Okay, thank you. So after a full day where lots have been discussed by various learned peers of who, where, what of digital finance, correct? We all know that this is the way we have to go. The part that is interested to me is the how part. And I will try to do justice to that, how we should go in that path, start the journey, and in the same time, empower our teams also. So I will break this in three parts. One is the how to go in this journey, the strategy to adopt digital finance, and bring automation in our daily life. The second part is the tools, because we all have been seeing various talks about how to, go in this journey and do automation, efficiency, productivity. But which practical tools are there which we can use and leverage to not only get ahead of competition, but also, empower our teams, motivate our teams, make them a better finance professional, and engage with the vendors for better margins and revenue. So, okay. There's some thoughts that came just now while listening to some people, so I have jotted those points also down. So these strategic framework to how to proceed on this journey, and why we do it, because of, we want to acquire a customer for revenue, margin, and ensure that the customer journey is very lean and the operations leading up to that is very customer centric, so that we don't have to again acquire the customer, because that is very tough part for any business. So, and while doing this, what we have to do is the 3 A's, which is agility. As a business enabler, we have to be agile, mindful of the business, and as the learned panel told before me, we have to have assurance, create the trust and the assurance in the books that the reporting is being done correctly. And the third is affordability. We have to do all these things with correct ROI, balance it out, as earlier panel told, correct? Why Mercedes when cycle is enough. Okay, so some number, of course, we all know this. Being a tech fluent CFO will go a very long way. Now it's up to us whether we want to be very passive. When an IT proposal comes to me, should I wait for the proposal to come to me, or I create a wish list that I want this, because data is the oil. I want the modern finance professional to be involved at the starting with the CIOs, with the CIOs when the need is being discussed and evolved. Because I will have a good night's sleep as a CFO when the transaction the previous nights are happening on the IT systems that are vetted by my team, developed by my team, and signed off by me. Then I will have a good night's sleep because we know the risk of cybersecurity, the brand name wrong, the regulators, how they feel. We are accountable to the regulators, we are accountable to our vendors, our customers, the data privacy, correct? So it's very important that we are not passive, but very active and proactive when the IT systems are being developed, correct? Because yes, we all get lots of, mails of the possibilities of automation. There are some good examples just outside, correct? Which is the best fruit for us? Which has to be plugged and play based on our need and our scale? We have to be proactive as a finance professionals and go for it. The next two are a little funny, I would say. 1 month, same month, PwC report had this, number where 64% of the CEOs expect the finance guys to own the transformation. Same month, Gartner report said the 72% of the CFOs believe we are already doing it. What, sir? We are already there. So we are ahead of the CEOs that, we believe we are doing more than what CEOs expect. This is, of course, we all face where we have heard so many things from the current CFOs that we have lots to do, we have lots to expect, but we don't have talent. If you see around, many of the modern CFOs and modern finance organizations have data analysts as part of reporting to them directly because we want to make analytics work for us. So this hiring is a very, hiring of guys who know emerging tech is the biggest pain point for us. And of course, in the next 10 years, how this industry will transform is the top 50% S&P companies will get replaced by IT technology firms. Whether we want to be that, we have to decide so that we can start in this journey. On the next part, can you suggest any alternate names of CFOs that are doing the rounds? Some fancy name or something apart from finance officers, anything else? Any suggestion? Yes, correct. Any other fancy name that you would have heard across casual talk, informal talks? Yes. Chief Future Officer, correct. Value. We are the value architect, correct. Value architect, strategist, and trust. We are the domain of trust, where regulators look at us and all customers look at us. This is the new normal happening for some time, and we have to be part of it. Yeah, so we have been talking in many forums and right now today also how to participate in this journey and how to, keep innovation going and automate. But hand to heart, we are all finance professionals and we are practical people here on this floor, and we know that the investments in finance always, correct? In our own tools, the investment is always very lean, correct? So what I will try to, dwell now is on the strategy with which we can go into the market and do, automation. The tools that you can use or you can empower your teams to learn it so that you have a small pilot so that you can use that to ease your journey or your department's journey and contribute more to your business partners. And of course, the measures of success. So in this STK, we'll try to cover up some points. Of course, business enablers, correct? We are all business partners. We have to make business happen. So from a passive to record keeping, we have to be enabler, and we have to build scenarios, and we can use SAC, which is SAP Analytics program, or Power BI and dashboards. We can use a segment level or a sub-business level scorecards to keep on sharing where that business is there. Use the score reports to automate it. Of course, the KPIs and measures of success is ROI and how the working capital is happening. It's improving, is a shortfall, or it's a and the variance, correct? The lesser the variance means your systems are working properly. Higher the variance, there's a need for correction. Of course, to be digital, you have to be lean, correct? Your basic data, your team's basic and the core man hours where they are spent, that needs to be attacked and automated, which is reconciliation or tax activity. If you unlock those activities, then only you will be able to offer them or challenge them for new things. Whether it is RPAs, which we have been using for 6-7 years, or AI ML, or governance models that we have to jointly work with the CIOs. The KPIs is, of course, lesser the error rates, cost per transaction, and the full-time employee savings. If you can bring down the productivity of employees, which is very important for the modern companies. And of course, the quality of output is based on the quality of inputs. So the single source of truth, the data, correct? So data ethics and everything is so important that we should attack that and make it lean. We have 200 columns in one report, 80 columns in one report. So we have silos of so many reports. If we have a standardized columns and lesser the reporting ways, we can turn around the things faster. If, as a challenge and a measure of success, if a cycle time to bring out our data and report it is the least, then we are making progress. Let's say we do closing right now on 7th day. Can we make it on 2nd day, as many companies are targeting? So that will be, a good challenge. Of course, the biggest is the human talent, correct? The human capital. We work, and to make things happen, the warm bodies are the people who will make things happen. We can have strategy, but the people is the people who will make these things happen. So we have to invest in the people. The things that modern companies are doing is to challenge them and invest a pilot, let's say UiPath or something, to that, so that it can start with a small change and show that if we invest in finance or finance-led projects, the results will be very good. Predictive analytics, forecasting, early warning. In my previous organization, of all the thousands of employees, if I come to the office and open my mailbox, I used to get early warning or exception reports. Whether I'm in sales or marketing or warranty, service, deliveries and all, I would get my negative points. What happened? Now it is for me to say yes or no, that this is important or immaterial, or I know and I'm working on it. So those early warning systems should be grade level and should be coming to us. And of course, measure of success is either we save money or we earn money. Are we doing it? Then we are progressing. Are we working on DSO? The DSO is improving. That's happening. Innovation, yes, of course, the sandbox we can create. Many companies are creating sandbox and unlocking innovation. As a CFO, we have to keep on reviewing the projects that you have approved in the last 6 months or 1 year. Are there cost overruns? Are they on timeline for project handover? And keep on improving because this is a very volatile period, correct? The tariffs, anything is happening so fast that we were never taught for these things, correct? When we were taught, it was a simple, CA course or MBA course. But by, the current lot of students, when they start the course, and by the time they exit, the whole world has changed, correct? We never thought, we always thought in White House and 10 Downing Street, it would be a career politician. We never thought a businessman would come in a political thing. So we have to be agile, we have to be very fast to think and keep a backup running. Of course, we talked about technology partners and vendors. We have to keep on looking who is the right fit. From vendor side, which is scalable, interoperable, and we can diversify. We don't want, because in the next slide I will show you, correct, we all have gone through this journey where ERP was not enough, so everybody had a less patience, whether it was marketing or anyone. And they kept on coming from global that we want this tool. So those tools came, and now we have so many tools, but no integration. So we have to be, diversified, but with integration. And of course, TCO and unit economics is how we track them. This is a journey of what I thought we all have gone through, correct? Right from simple structured and unstructured ERP that we have, the IoT simple models who are not efficient to offer what customers want or the patience that these today people have, correct? From those ERP vanilla processes, we moved to cloud apps, correct? Treasury has good use cases. Then O2C, payables, these are taxation, so many good use cases we saw. But these are in silos, correct? And then the ERPs became smart, SAP HANA, SAP SAC. So it's a journey. What I'm trying to say is that each silos had a good use case. Salesforce and Kyriba for treasury. And then, of course, right now we are at this BMS automation where we, do some basic automation in-house. We have to, people have to go through this AI, ML, AL written. So anybody has seen Oracle Fusion AI Studio? Any demo or is using or has seen how AI Studio works? You would know, correct, 5-6 years before when we used to attend these seminars, there was RPAs being shown outside, correct? Where this is 10 lakh, this is 7 lakh RPA, you just fuse, salary is automated, this is fused with the payables is automated. Those RPAs. Right now, when we go in these forums, there are agentic AIs, correct? So that demo I saw, which again proved my point where everything investment is, sales side first, monetizing the sales side, where what Oracle Fusion is already an ERP, but they have started AI Studio, where they have lots of, just like RPAs, it's like agentic AI, you can communicate with that bot, upload your service warranty, that this is my rule. Anybody who, from the field and service, communicates with you with the invoice, you give service to them. Or sales incentive, or customer account management, or, field service and all. By the time I asked, let's go to finance, with the reconciliation and tax and everything, she told it's just a placeholder, it's an ideation, the investment will come next year. So it's a journey. But these are the way to go, and of course, blockchain and DLT, iska time aaya nahi hai, but aayega, correct? Of course, this I had seen in PwC, of course, the Gen AI core, whether it is finance analytics or accounting, planning, everywhere, there are lots of opportunities and lots of options. Yeah, so last section is the upskilling part, where this framework, what I'm about to share, it has two parts, two templates. One template, I made it when the whole world was locked down. That was my idea of upskilling and staying relevant. That is one part. And the second part is right now under review with my company's AP, where I had recommended this portion, which the earlier panel also shared that it needs to be calendarized, the learning has to be calendarized, and the finance professionals should be encouraged to learn in a gamification way, which we discussed in the last panel. So this is my view, where to stay relevant, we are the bridge. We are the business partners who know what the business needs, and we should know what the developers, how they perform and what is their expectation. We are the bridge. And on the other side, it's the external teams, which is the business teams and the market and the clients and the regulators and the banks. We have to understand their requirement, and we know we are touching revenue, margin, and the compliance and everything. We have to work proactively with these guys to ensure that how the systems are developed. And of course, this is what is under is under discussion with I thought I will take this liberty to share with you how we are trying to gamify our learning needs. Whether it is, these are not exhaustive. We have kept it open for our teams because we have a internal learning portal. In which of the things, there are other topics also in the portal, but of course these are very relevant for a truly tech finance professional, because we expect a CFO to be transformation leader who has knowledge about EBITDA, correct? That's the time we are in. So this is the topics. If these topics you keep on learning, the resources are there, correct? As we say, resources are many. It's the will to learn, and the time to extract it to learn is less. So these are the topics. This is a scoring system we have recommended to our AP for approval, where learning is good, but correct? More than learning, it's the doing part where we learn and adopt faster. So learning has a lesser point, but the track is there. And by doing, whether it is practical, by sharing a key takeaways or explaining a concept or teaching back to the larger audience by going to there and coming back, best create a use case. Nothing like it. Correct? You put a chat GPT and you can create a source and then create, of course, subject to worldwide BTIT approval. And then we will have various awards, and this is subject to approval, but I thought I will share with you that maybe one of the ways in which we can monetize and gamify the learning of the finance profession. This is the last thing, which is COVID times PMT model. Yeah, so if you are persistent, you will get it. If you are consistent, you will keep it. Yeah, so this is the three parts I wanted to share. Digital disruption doesn't destroy companies. Leaders ignoring it do. So this is my thinking of the three framework, which is learning, upskilling our teams to stay relevant and motivate them, and the various tools on offer which we can use. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jayesh Khatri, for such a wonderful presentation. Let's hear it out for the gentleman once again. I now request Mr. Naval Bajaj, CFO, Yokohama India Limited, to do the honor of felicitating Mr. Khatri.